welcome to the GAMERamble video review for RefRain, Prism Memories, narrated by me, DarkCloud. As always, the full text version of this review can be found on the GAMERamble website linked below. Please keep in mind that this review was originally published in 2016. The TLDR is that RefRain is a great shooter that strays a little from the usual formula to offer an action-packed experience based more on skill than luck. Mastering the MEFA2 and concept reactor attacks is immensely satisfying and allows you to play more aggressively. Players used to power-ups and weapon upgrades will find that RefRain has a bit of a learning curve, but this also gives it more longevity and replay value. Overall, if you're a fan of the genre, then RefRain certainly doesn't disappoint. Gameplay receives a 9 out of 10. RefRain is challenging, but very rewarding when mastered. Graphics receives a 7 out of 10. The designs are a little bland compared to other shooters, but the game is very colourful. Sound receives a 9 out of 10. The game features a very fitting electronic soundtrack. The overall score for RefRain Prism Memories is 8.3 out of 10. And now for the full review. Dive deep into the MRS computer network, defeat the 5 central keepers, and help the 3 heroines of RefRain Prism Memories unlock their memories of the past. Thanks to Dejika, we've been seeing more classic shooters from Cave Interactive appear on Steam, but they haven't overlooked smaller developers either. This is very heartening to see, as bullet hell shooters are already a very niche genre, and tracking down the more obscure titles can be almost impossible outside of Japan. At first glance, RefRain Prism Memories may seem like a typical bullet hell shooter, but it offers a unique twist. The game doesn't just require players to dodge projectiles, but it actually encourages a more offensive playstyle. RefRain is a vertically scrolling shooter, giving you a top-down view of the action from the cockpit of one of 3 different fighters. Initially you only have access to the Must Viper, piloted by Maria, but both Blitz Lester and Bronx Terror can be unlocked. While the Must Viper is the most balanced of the 3, Blitz Lester excels in close range, while Bronx Terror is better suited to picking off enemies from a distance. The 3 heroines piloting the craft also have their own stories, which are told via system logs and character message logs, accessed from each character's desktop. The stories aren't anything earth-shattering, but they provide enough reason to complete the game a few times to uncover everything. RefRain Prism Memories may only have 5 levels, but don't let this fool you. It's a challenging game, especially on the higher difficulty settings. With only 2 lives, 2 hits per life and 2 continues, it's a test of skill and endurance. Veterans will find it a satisfying challenge, while newcomers may need a few attempts to find their footing. Typically, bullet hell shooters only require that you hold down the shoot button while weaving through intricate bullet patterns to survive. This can also be done in RefRain, but you won't score as many points, and on higher skill levels you will encounter bullet patterns that are virtually impossible to dodge. This is where the mood, emotion, feeling effect attack and concept reactor come in handy. In addition to your main shot, which is great for taking out weaker enemies, the MEFA2 allows you to unleash a more devastating attack. This attack can be charged up to 6 levels and unleashed as 6 individual attacks or in rapid succession for even more damage. For example, with a single tap of the MEFA2 button, the Must Viper shoots out a powerful laser straight ahead. 2 taps and you unleash a barrage of bombs, while at level 4 you not only shoot out a potent laser but it also knocks targets back if it hits. Obviously the MEFA2 attacks are somewhat overkill on regular foes, but essential for the bosses. Since the MEFA2 meter charges up quite quickly by attacking enemies, you don't have to hold back from using it either. Next up is the concept reactor, which is another attack with a gauge of its own. This one charges up collecting items dropped by defeated enemies or knocked back bosses, but can only hold 3 charges. The items range from level 1 to 5, with higher levels yielding more charges, but requiring you to be closer to the target when they're destroyed. Activating the concept reactor turns all incoming projectiles into prisms, which can then be shot and destroyed. This will in turn increase the MEFA2 gauge even faster, so using these 2 attacks at the right time is the key to mastering the game. It's immensely rewarding to wipe the floor with bosses using a few well-timed attacks, but you will be left high and dry without proper timing. It also makes the game even more addictive, because whenever you fail, you know you could have done better with practice. While this is the first time that RefRain is available on Steam, it is still an older title, so the visuals are far from cutting edge. It also uses simple polygons for enemies and some backgrounds, so it lacks the intricate detail found in some 2D shooters. The game doesn't support Tate mode either, and resolutions are restricted to only the 4:3 aspect ratio. However, it makes up for this with some very colourful bullets and laser patterns, which gives the action an almost hypnotic feel. This is further enhanced by the excellent electronic soundtrack that complements the visuals and feel of the game perfectly. The The game even features a music player to listen to the tunes and check out the descriptions that reveal just how much thought went into each track. RefRain doesn't have the best looking levels or ship designs, but it's an undeniably fun game. It's a pity that it doesn't feature a multiplayer mode, as the action is very addictive and would have been great to experience with a friend. The MEFA2 and Concept Reactor make it more of a game of skill than luck, and with 3 different ships as well as plenty of achievements, RefRain has a lot of replay value. If you enjoy a good shooter and don't mind putting in a bit of practice before everything clicks into place, you will love RefRain. Thanks for joining me for this RefRain Prism Memories PC review. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Until next time.